7:30 a.m. I have a little breakfast going on over here. Some sushi from Dave's Market. The brown stuff is obviously soy sauce. So last night, Ariana and I went out to an old spot that we love to meet up with Nick Ferraro. Some of you guys remember him. I lived with him back in Warwick, and he actually lived with me in my parents' house like some years back when we were both younger. Anyway, he is my best friend, but I haven't seen him in a long time because we live on two separate ends of the state now. So we met up with him, and got to reunite with him, which was really awesome. And I ended up blowing I think it was actually about $100 before tip, just on drinks. I did get a cheeseburger club too, but those were like less than $10. So this morning I wake up at like 6 in the morning, just randomly just woke up wide awake for who knows why. And I was starving, so I had some Eat Smart, but I was really hungry. And I have to cook up all the chicken and everything, like nothing's cooked yet. So I decided to run out to Dave's down the street and grab some early morning sushi. And to add on to my amazing budgeting that I've had going on for the last 24 hours, as soon as 9 o'clock rolls around and they open up, I'm going to call my nearest Massage Envy and see if I can schedule a deep tissue massage for my lower body, specifically to loosen up my quads and hamstrings and my calves, and see if that doesn't help my patella tendon pain a little bit. So I want to squat. Oh, that feel when you accidentally get wasabi on your first piece of sushi. When it's time to go on the road, you put your coffee in a shaker bottle when you don't have a thermos. Yeah, buddy. You know, I'm finding it increasingly harder and harder to find water jugs that have the twist-on caps instead of the peel-back milk-type caps. It's very crucial. And I lost my water jug in the gym the other day, so I had to restock. Fortunately, mobile gas station had what I needed. They got my back. All right, so it's about 4:30 p.m. I'm right on time here for my massage, deep tissue massage. I just popped into GNC really quick. That's actually a GNC I've worked at before, back when I worked GNC. We cover shifts at other stores, and that was one of the stores I covered before. So I bought glucosamine because a subscriber of mine actually recommended it to me. Apparently they had also had a lot of patellar issues, and they said one of the only things that really helped was getting extra glucosamine, which makes sense. Glucosamine is a great supplement. I used to be on it, and then his comment just reminded me to get back on it, dude. $21 though for this little ass bottle at GNC. I tell you what, guys, I know GNC can have good deals. I was a manager there in the corporate GNC, so I know all the shticks and the sales pitches and like the combos or whatever. But in general, I just didn't want to wait. I was way too impatient. I wanted the glucosamine ASAP, so I didn't want to wait and like order online. Even using Amazon Prime, it's like next day, but I wanted it like now, so I just went ahead and got it. Anyway, guys, I'm at Massage Envy right now to get a deep tissue massage, focusing mostly on my lower body. A big cause of patellar tendon issues can oftentimes be super tight quads. Your legs in general, if they're tight, can have a play in it, like tight hamstrings, tight calves, all that can have a play in it. But tight quads especially, I read up, is a major cause of them. And I started feeling this pain in my left patellar for the first time ever when I was warming up at my powerlifting meet. Never had issues in my left knee ever. Warming up, it randomly started hurting. I don't know why. The meet obviously pushed it over the edge. It could possibly be a strain. And if that's the case, it's just going to be a waiting game. We'll take the glucosamine, we'll stay limber and loose, and we'll just have to wait it out. But if it is just a matter of bad tendonitis that's flared up from the meet, we're going to take some steps here to help loosen it up, hopefully. So I've been stretching, foam rolling like crazy. I'm going to get this deep tissue massage to really loosen my lower body up for the first time. Go time. See you guys in 90 minutes. Alright, so done with the massage. Went very well. She said the pain is coming from my bone right where the ligament stems off from it. Or the tendon, not the ligament. So she massaged the actual tendon and the whole ligament area a lot to hopefully loosen it on up. And we'll see if that helps at all. And if not, it may just be a waiting game. I'm walking to Johnny Rockets right now to eat because I have not eaten since 7:30 this morning.
my crush, that's my gun walk. Or we can hold a conversation, let the guns talk. Cocaine on the table, Rich the rapper got him chopping line. $20 bills on hold up, Wiz Khalifa's rolling pine. Jackie Chain is rolling.
So, Johnny Rockets was absolutely packed. So I tried waiting for a while, but I ended up just walking out. I hope New York system is open right now. It looks like they are, so I'm going to go and hit them up because they're really, really good. That's the only benefit about not eating all day long. You can eat whatever, and it really is not going to affect your diet because you've had no calories. Beautiful. These are the absolute best wieners in the world. NY system. I got 5 of them, and they're really quite filling. Done. Did it. The last one was a little hard. Alright guys, so it's Sunday, the following day obviously. So now that I've gotten a chance to really loosen my lower body up and get a much better idea of more accurately where the pain is exactly, and upon doing some further research mixed with what the massage therapist told me last night, I think I have a better idea of what's going on with my knee. Now, typically, patella tendon pain, okay, so you have the kneecap, and underneath the kneecap is the patella. And you have the patella tendon that stretches right down here to the bone, the tibia, and then it ends right there, and then the rest here is just bone. So typically with patella tendon issues, you'll feel the pain underneath your kneecap, down here where the actual tendon is. You can actually massage the tendon right in this area. And at the very lowest, it'll go down to the very bottom of this little bump just underneath your knee. Now, I have no real pain in this area. My kneecap feels fine. And in fact, when the massage therapist was massaging my patella tendon, there was no pain where she was touching at all. I told her exactly where the pain is right here. You can push down on it a little bit. And she pointed out that that's pretty much right on my bone. So I started doing some more research. And here's a picture of OSD, Osgood-Schlatter's. I'm not pronouncing that right, but you guys probably know what it is. It's very, very common. I'm sure you or some of your friends have it, but it's really common in kids more than adults. It's rare in adults. Now, I don't think I have this necessarily, but it does kind of pinpoint exactly where I'm dealing with the pain. It's a very specific acute pain right at the very base of the tendon where the tendon meets the bone. This is your actual patella right here, and I don't feel the pain there. I feel it right down here, right at the very base where the bone is. Now, worst case scenario, scariest scenario, is it is the beginning of OSD. And for adults, it's very rare, but it can happen. Best case scenario, hopeful scenario, is I just have a very, very small tear, maybe like a little micro tear going on at the very base of the tendon, in which case, obviously, I'll take whatever measures I need to recover and rest it. As of right now, it only hurts when I'm in the squatting position. If I run around and I go up the stairs, something like that, I can feel like the faint little hint of it in there, but it really doesn't bother me unless I go into a squatting position. So I can still deadlift and I can still bench. I can still train, I can still function. So that's also why I think it might just be a very slight micro tear right into the very bottom of the tendon, possibly from that grinder I did at my meet. Because again, I've never had an issue with my left knee, so I don't really know where it came from. But anyway, guys, that is the latest update. Come Monday, I'll give my doctor a call, and I'll go in and get an X-ray or an ultrasound, whatever I need to get done to try to assess it and identify what the actual issue is. But I mean, in the meantime, I'm grateful that I'm still functioning, and I will be able to commence training Monday, and we'll just focus on the deadlift and the bench in the meantime. Got this in the mail, MPOW. Basically the ability to vlog epically. So first things first, we have a fisheye lens. All right, so this is basically a lens that goes onto your phone. It can be iPhone, Android, whatever, any smartphone at all. This part clips over the camera. This lens obviously clips onto the clip. And then what you're left with is a super wide angle lens, pretty similar to a GoPro. It even has that little distort in the middle where it bows the image around the edges. Over here, they gave me the ability to take the best selfies in the world and just made for much easier vlogging. Watch this, come here, show. Watch this, so I got this all figured out. This is super cool. So you have an actual case for a GoPro, which is really
actual
sick.
Case for a GoPro.
Then you have an actual carrier for your phone, right? So we're gonna use that carrier real quick.
Phone for carrier.
You spin it on like this little knob right here. Just spin, 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 and it's adjustable. So you can pull it out. You can pull this part up. So we're gonna wedge this fat iPhone on here, case and all. Right?
iPhones suck.
So we're gonna wedge that on there, and then I have this fisheye lens on here. It's the big lens. Now I think it's just to take the case off. I didn't look at the directions yet, so I might be missing something obvious here. But we're just gonna dry test it right now. Gonna wedge it over there. Can you focus on the screen right now?
You can try to. Oh, look at that focus.
See that? So it's filmed just like a GoPro. Once you take the case off and you get the lens right up against the actual camera lens like it's supposed to be, that blackness will go away and it'll be centered beautifully over the phone. But this is just an example. How far out it goes. And then you can even pivot it this way for your ultimate selfie angle. Ready? I'm recording a video right now. Right now I'm recording a video with this iPhone. You guys are seeing it from that angle. This is so cool!
Aw, man!
This is awesome.
Holy crap!
By the way,
Cool
that fisheye
best
lens
part
would work better
Great.
on a Galaxy S5. That's the.
So on a side note, I love when girls share stuff on Facebook about having
Yes.
like big booties and they totally don't have big booties.